Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you grab the other end with the red equipment, and you'll stick the red equipment through the loop. Pull all of it through, all the way through. And then once you have it through like that, pull it all the way down tight. And it should look like that. Perfect. Yep, all the way down. Nice. A little tug. And then if you want to, so it doesn't hit you in the shin, that brings back metal scooter memories. Doesn't feel very good.
Absolutely.
So you can just hook it on your chest strap right here with the opening of the C-hook here. You can hook it just like that. Slide the opening right on that gray strap. Yep, and it'll just hang there. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to mine down here. Alright.
Yep.
Everybody feel good? Everybody ready? Alright. Head them on and head around the corner again. I'm going to show you where to put all this stuff when you're all finished. So, I think it's just stop right here. This wire right here is where you're going to hang up your lanyard. Make sure you untie your lanyard from your harness first. Then you'll take the trolley. I'll explain this later when we get to there.
Okay.
But you'll pull the lever down, it opens. You know, just put it right on top like that. It won't be attached, of course, but it'll just be hanging like that. Your helmet, you'll take off, and with the buckle, just buckle it around the wire. It'll hang right there. And then last but not least, your harness. Try to loosen the straps all the way. It makes it easier to take off that way, so you're not tripping over the neck. And then you can just hang it right over this fence where this fence.
Okay.
Pretty simple. Any questions?
Nope.
Alrighty, we're gonna head around the corner once more, and we're gonna do ground school.
Alright.
Get you some information so you know what you're doing.
Do I get a diploma or anything?
You do get congratulations, graduation, if you do. If you do.
Yeah, Daddy kind of graduated. Put on my resume.
Hey, there you go. So on your resume, graduated from
Yeah.
ground school at Agile. One of the top skills most crews are looking for these days. Alright, well, welcome to ground school.
Yeah.
Your first day, right? This is where you're going to learn, like I said, everything you need to know about what you're doing up there so you're not lost and confused. Because if you're lost
Now,
and
if you get
confused-
hung up on it or something, you have guys that are monitoring it or not? Or
Oh
just-
yeah, there's
Okay.
plenty of us on the ground. If you need help, we'll come up and grab you,
Okay.
whatever you need. Yep. So, there will be somebody to do this for you at the beginning of every level. So, just so you know though, this C-hook will slide on the cable just like that. Just put it through the hole. And then you want to line up the opening, like I explained earlier, with this metal plate here, and it'll slide right on through, right? So now, no matter how hard I pull, or if I hang from it, I'm not coming off, right? That's what holds me on the cable the whole time. And then, once you're on, of course, you'll just follow the cable the whole way through until you get to the end, or vice versa, you'll just pull it off like that. This plate will be more realistic to what you see on the course. You'll want to face the opening towards the sky, and just push it up. Just like that, and now you're through. But one thing you have to do before you start an obstacle or a zip line is you want to put your trolley on, because you have to have 2 points of connection at all times while you're on an obstacle. So, like I said earlier, pull the lever down, and it opens. And just set it on the cable, release the lever, and the C-hook will rest right on top, right where that divot is, right? If you need to loosen or tighten this at any time, you can, because some of them sit really, really low, and if it's short, you're not going to be able to touch down very well. So, it just loosens like one of those backpack straps. You just grab the buckle and pull it up to loosen it, and pull it down, tighten it, right? And you can mess with that, whatever you need. You can loosen it now if you think you're going to need a little more room. It's up to you.
Okay.
Next thing, this is an obstacle. That's the platform, right? You only want one person on an obstacle at a time, so you're not going like this, and the other person is getting shanked over there.
Absolutely.
So, if they're on the obstacle in front of you, just wait till they get to the other platform before you start to go, right? And then for platform, there will be 2 people per platform. So if you're the third person, there's already 2 over there. Just wait till that front person starts on the next obstacle before you step off. Right? 2 things you should avoid while on the course. You're free to grab any of the ropes, step on any of the wood, anything you can find really. Just don't wrap your hand with the rope around it, because if you were to fall, this will tighten up and it will burn your hand, hurt for days. Does not feel very good. But one other thing that doesn't feel very good is if you were to fall and you grab this cable, the trolley goes to wherever your hand is. No matter where it is, if you fall, it goes right to your hand. And if you're not expecting it, of course I was expecting it, but if you're not expecting it, you could jam your finger in the wheels of the trolley, and that will bruise and hurt really bad. Definitely two things to avoid. You can hold onto the lanyard if you have to. If you can't use the ropes, just don't grab this top. You can follow me down here to this platform. Now, when we get to the end of an obstacle or a zip line, you'll always take the C-hook off the top, and you'll take the trolley off, because the trolley will only be on when you're on an obstacle or a zip line. This will always be on 24/7. Right? Next thing, if you need to get a little aerial view of what you're doing, because some of these cross plates get sometimes confusing, you can step up on these boxes, or if they don't have a box, they have staples here, depending on how high you want to go. It's up to you. Especially helps if you haven't seen these cross plates before, right? It's a little more confusing than the other plates that we have, but it slides through just about the same. So my opening is going to be on this side, so I'm just going to line it up with one of those corners, like that, and it's going to slide diagonal, just like that. Straight through the center, right? Make sure you get the lock. It's going to line up. Center. Just like that, right? But the cool thing is about these is that I can go to this side or I can go to this side, right? It's up to you. If you wanted to go to the other side, that's completely fine. Just this would be my right side, so I turn the C-hook upside down, but I want to keep my stuff on the right side as well. This side, same side I'm going. So I'll keep it on this side and flip it upside down, right? Keep all the stuff with me. Same thing, the opening's here now. I just line up with this corner. Slide it straight to the middle again. Now I'm on this side. For this next one, if you have one first cross plate, you'll always have another one right afterwards. So the little cheat code that I like to use is that you always do the same thing that you did for the first one, right? So for this, I turned it upside down. So I'm going to keep my stuff on the right side still, same thing. Move it all the way up. Make sure you're moving it all the way on top of the plate, because if it's not on top of the plate, it's not going to let you go yet. So make sure it's all the way up first. Same thing, slide it right in the middle, just like that. And if I were to go to this side, I wouldn't have to turn it upside down. Just do whatever you did for the first one. Last but not least, the things that you've done before is zip line. You want to make sure this is always on first, with the C-hook on top, right? You'll know it's a zip line if there's nothing to step on, right? Or at the ending platform, there will be a ramp to help you stabilize yourself so you're not just running into a dead platform, right? Now, you have two options for this. You can pull up the lanyard if you want. You could either sit down and lift your feet, or what I like to do, I like to get a little bit of a speed boost. I like to go a little faster, right? You can go no hands if you want. It's up to you. It'll hold you. I kind of like to take a step back onto the side. That's okay. Just don't go, don't get a full jump, right. But you can get a little stride if you want. Get a little stride and just step off. Just like that. And then one last thing. If you were to get stuck in the middle, that is definitely okay. This is actually a really bad example for this. There will always be a rope or something that you can use to pull yourself in on the side, or a rope at the end. It's up to you. You'll never have nothing like this. You want to be straight.
Got it.
Alright, and then one last thing. You'll take this C-hook off, trolley off again. Make sure you open it, openings towards the sky. That. And then one last thing, this will pull you off. Same thing like this. Sometimes if it's not going through, you have to give it a little wiggle. You might have it right. Just give it a little wiggle and it'll go right. And slide it off again. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Usually he has the questions. So got him with me, so he'll answer them as I go.
There you go. All right, I'll now, before graduation comes a test.